Shri Guru Gauranga Giridhari Shri Radha Vinod Bihari Ju Ki Jai Shri Govinda Gopinath Madan Mohan Ju Ki Jai Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupara Sutara Shita Shimar Bhaktivedānta Nārāyaṇa Gosvāmī Mahārāja Śrīla Gurudev Ki Jai. Sorry. Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupara Sutara Shita Shimar Bhaktivedānta Gosvāmī Mahārāja Ki Jai. Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupara Sutara Shita Shimar Bhaktivedānta Swami Mahārāja Śrīla Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupara Sutara Shita Shimar Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Gosai Maharaj Ki Jai. Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupara Sutara Shita Shimar Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Gosai Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nitya Lila Pravishta Maha Bhagavat Śrīla Gokṣaras Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Nitya Lila Pravishta Śrīla Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. Nitya Lila Pravishta Vaishnav Sarvabhauma Śrīla Raghunātha Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Rupa No Gauriya Guru Varga Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jeev Gopal Bhatta Dāsa Raghunath Shad Gosai Prabhu Ki Jai. Shri Sarup Damodar Rai Ramanandari Shri Gaur Parshad Vrinda Ki Jai. Namachay Śrīla Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem se go Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Kshetra Mandala Gaura Mandala Vaja Mandala Mathura Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Sarva Abhishrapadakta Giriraj Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Radhakun Shamakun Yamuna Ganga Tulsi Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. I have to take a call 1 second. Just give me 1 minute. Sorry about that, everybody. Okay. Let's see if it actually went live on YouTube. Oh, 1 second. Is my sound on? Okay. Yeah, sorry. I had to rush that Jaidwani because there's a call I needed to take coming. Jai Śrīla Raghunātha Das Gosvāmī Pad Ki Jai. His Śrīla Raghunātha Das Gosvāmī's Govardhan Vaspartana Daśakam Ki Jai. Shri Sva-niyama Daśakam Ki Jai. Jai. His Stavavali Ki Jai. Jai. Shri Kārtika-vrata Ki Jai. Niyam Seva Ki Jai. Urja-vrata Ki Jai. Urjeshwari Raseshwari Shri Vrishabhanunandini Shrimati Radha Thakurani Ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. All right, sorry about that. Dandavat pranams. Let's see if it actually went live on YouTube and Facebook, because yesterday we were having trouble with that. Just checking. Okay, it looks like it's live, and I see a bunch of devotees there. Dandavat pranams. So today we have a special program. We are going through. I actually haven't read it yet, but a friend of mine last night, right before I was about to go to sleep, she recommended that I read from this book, A Treasury of Holy Days. Before it was called Sri Prabandavali. And at the end of the book, there is a chapter called The Last Day of Kartik. But she read it and said that it's actually the perfect thing to read the day before Kartik. So I haven't read it yet. I mean, I've read it before, but I haven't read it in a long time. Don't really remember what's in it. But we're going to read that first. And then we are going to go through, we're just going to have a little glimpse at the Sva-niyama Daśakam by Śrīla Raghunātha Das Gosvāmī, which I'm not familiar with at all also. So, yeah, well, and that's what we're going to be going through all of Kartik. We're going to be focusing on Govardhan Vaspartana Daśakam and Śrīla Raghunātha Gosvāmī's Sva-niyama Daśakam. And I don't know, actually, maybe during Kartik, it might be nice to go through Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's like as far as like our vrat, for this program, maybe we can do go through Sva-niyama Daśakam, Sva-niyama Daśakam, and Govardhan Vaspartana Daśakam. So it'd be those three stotrams we focus on throughout all of Kartik. And then, of course, everybody will do Damodarashtakam and Namami Nandanandanam, Radhakripa Kataksha Stavaraj, and all the standard Kartik prayers on your own. I don't think I'm going to do it on the online programs this time because everybody has their own Kartik program where they do that already. I'm not going to read Damodarashtakam this year because I have too much work to do with the songbook, but I read it last year and I made nice thumbnails for it all and it's all organized and everything. So if anybody wants to listen to the Damodarashtakam book, you can find it on my YouTube channel. If you just go to youtube.com/ and then @ Madhu Das, MADHUDAS. That's my YouTube channel. And there you'll see a playlist. I put it on the front page of Damodarashtakam. So if you want to go through that, the book, it's the book with the commentary of Srila Sanatana Goswami Pad, and then the commentary of my Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhaktivedānta Nārāyaṇa Goswami Maharaj. And it's one of my favorite books, actually. Anyhow, okay, so I'm going to share my screen and we will begin. Oh, and let me see who is there on YouTube and Facebook. I see Ganga Mataji, Patita Pavani Didi, and 6 devotees. I only see those 2 comments though, so I don't know who everybody else is, but maybe Indira Mataji and I don't know. Okay, so let's begin. Yes, Sarveshwari Mataji.
Prabhu, Hare Krishna. In the
Yes.
in the explanation of the praise of Govardhan,
Yeah.
Govardhan, from the verse 5 down, the meaning is not repeated only other meaning. It's not the meaning of the corresponding verse.
Are you talking, because I think I put the translations for everything, but I still haven't gotten around to giving the word for word yet. I need to give the word for word and also the translations of each line.
All right, because the verse 5 is not the meaning of the verse 5 or the
Oh,
verse
the
6.
translation also is not updated, huh?
No, it's repeating the verse, different verse, but not the corresponding verse in the meaning.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I will go through that today and I'll fix that. I also need to add.
Yeah. But the guidance is excellent because thank you so much. Like you go to the verse and the meaning, and then I'm repeating with the sound that you chant. But just I think you're so tired working so hard. Probably the meaning of the verse 5 down, maybe you didn't put or it's repeated different verse, not the verse 5 or 6.
Oh, okay, yeah, I probably just I was copying, pasting really quickly,
Yes,
and then I probably did the wrong one.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll fix that all. That guide, which everybody can find on vineofdevotion.com. You'll see it's right there. It's pretty prominent. Govardhan Vaspartana Daśakam study guide. It's at the very top, the first link on the page. So yeah, I'm making a study guide for that, and I'm updating it every day, just doing a little bit, because it takes me a while to do. But everything up to the verses that we memorize, that's all fully complete, and then the other ones are like partially complete. So, but maybe today I think I might go through and make recordings for each verse. And then I've been making recordings for each individual line of the verse as well, so that you can try practicing it. You could just listen to one line and then try saying it on your own, and then listen to it again, and then try saying it on your own. I divided each line individually like that for memorization practice.
Memorize, yeah. Other question.
Yes.
During Kartik months, are you going through the program is existing or no during Kartik?
Yeah, I think I will continue the program during Kartik.
But
And
from Vrindavan, no, you will leave Vrindavan.
Yeah, I'm right. Today's the 15th. I'm traveling on the 25th. I'm traveling with Jayashree and her family. So I will be arriving in Vrindavan on the 26th. And then I'm not going to be doing a parikrama this year. I mean, I might do like just a separate, like maybe with a couple friends, go on parikrama a couple places, but I'm mostly going to be focused on the songbook during Kartik time. So I am going to continue the morning program. And that's what our program is going to be. Govardhan Vasparthana Daśakam, Sva-niyama Daśakam, and then also maybe we can recite the Sva-niyama Daśakam. Yeah. I'm focusing on those actually because because I need to prepare them for the songbook. And right now, everything I'm trying to make it related to the songbook because that's my main focus. But also, I think it's the perfect thing to go through during Kartik. Niyam Seva.
Exactly.
Kārtika-vrata is
Yes.
Niyam Seva. And these are the two Niyam, stotrams by Śrīla Raghunātha Gosvāmī and Bhaktivedānta Thakur. So I think it's like the most appropriate thing also. But
yes, right. Yeah. And you will be from Gopinath Bhavan,
yes, Gopinath Bhavan, yeah.
So just one thing, I don't take more time. I probably in Kartik, I'm not sure I can participate because I will do in here and there some
Yes.
parikrama, but maybe I will see you there.
Yes, I hope to see you there. And also, everything's going to be streamed on YouTube.
Oh,
And so
right.
if you want to memorize the verses, you could also just, even while if you're on a bus, like going somewhere, you know what I mean? You could download it on your phone and then just listen to the verse while you're on the bus or something like that. And then you could still keep up with the memorization. Yeah, if you like. All right. All right, so let's begin. Oh, and Dandavat Pranams. Let's see. Chatamai Mataji, Premavati Didi, and of course Sarveshwari Mataji, and Nitai Mukeshji. Haribo. And let me just check it back on Kalimba Didi, Haribo, Kanaka Manjari, Haribo. Great to see you. All right, let's begin. I'm going to share my screen. Let me shut off this nature sound. All right, let's go through this now. So this is chapter 11 of the book. 1 second. Okay, chapter 11 of the book, Sri Prabandhavali. Now it's known as a Treasury of Holy Days. So, by Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta, Nārāyaṇa Gosvāmī Mahārāja. These are classes that he gave in the early 90s, maybe like 1991, 1992. Like that. The final day of Kārtika-vrata. Today is the day on which we complete our vow of Niyam Seva for the month of Kartik. In the observance of this Niyam Seva, by the mercy of Bhagavan, and especially by the mercy of Guru, for the last month we have performed hearing and chanting of Hari Katha and taken darshan of all the primary places of Shri Radha and Shri Krishna's pastimes in Vraj. Kartik is the king of months, and its queen is Srimati Radhika. This month is for the pleasure of Radhika, and whatever we have done for her pleasure during the last month, we should continue doing for the remainder of the year. If in our hearts we consider ourselves very low and genuinely feel with great despair that I have not yet attained her mercy, then we have really been granted the fruit of following this vow. Every day during this month, we have sung the glories of Sri Radha Damodar in the form of the Damodar Ashtak, and tried to practice that sadhan which will awaken the desire in our hearts to always serve Srimati Radhika. This is the final aim of all sadhans. Okay, so yeah, we're practicing the sadhan of singing Damodar Ashtakam every day because it will awaken the desire in our hearts to always serve Srimati Radhika. This is the final aim of all sadhans. Should always remember why we're doing these vrats. In the 11th and final verse of Sri Upadeshamrita, Śrīla Rupa Gosvāmī describes the supreme spiritual desire and how that desire can be fulfilled. Krishnasya chai pranaya vasati preyasibhyo piradha kundam chasya munibirabitas tadrigeva vyadhayi yat preshtar apalam asulabham yat preshtar apyalam asulabham kim punar bhakti bhajam tat premedam sakridapi sara snatura vishkaroti. It's 11th verse of Upadeshamrita. There are so many who are dear to Krishna, but amongst them, Srimati Radhika is the most dear to him. And in the same way, and in the same way that Radhika is dear to Krishna, Radha Kund is also dear to him. There is no special difference between Radha Kund and Radhika herself. Even though generally it is said that between Krishna and Krishna Nam there is no difference, there is really a small difference in mercifulness. Yes, the name is more merciful than Krishna himself. The holy name is more merciful. Krishna has invested all of his Shakti in his Nam, and it is accessible to everyone at all times. By the mercy of the Nam, we will attain the direct company of Krishna. So therefore, the holy name is more merciful. Similarly, it is correct to say that Radhika and Radha Kund are one and the same. But because this transcendental Kund appears in physical form, it is more accessible to the conditioned jivas of this world. Its water is accessible at all times and in all ways for our bathing, for our achman, and for offering our prayers. Therefore, the glories of Radhakund are even greater than those of Radhika herself. And the Munis have described it like this in the Padma Purana. Yatha Radha Priya Vishnos Tasya Kundam Priyang Tatha Sarva Gopishu Sarvaika Vishnur Atyanta Vallabha. Amongst all the gopis, Radhika is the best and most beloved of Krishna. Therefore, for someone to attain her mercy is very rare. Even for great souls such as Narad, it is rare. But if someone really desires that prem, that Radha Dasya, which even Narad is praying for while performing austerities at Narad Kund, then, if they bathe just once with great devotion in Radha Kund, that Kund will bestow everything upon them. Is it not more difficult? Is it not more difficult than that? After all, anyone can go there and bathe. But it must be ascertained whether or not we are really it must be ascertained whether or not we are really bathing with feelings of bhakti. If we bathe with great humility and faith, then those whose hearts are impure will become a little pure. Those whose hearts are already a little pure will become a little more pure. And those whose hearts are completely pure will attain the direct service of Sri Radha and Krishna. The highest ideal was shown by Raghunath Das Gosvāmī, how he left everything, he took exclusive shelter of Radhakunds and said, "We desire nothing besides the mercy of Radhika." Then this verse that Srila Gurudev always says before every single class he ever gives, Tavai vasmi, na jivami tvaya vina, iti vigyaya devi tvam, nayamang charanantikam. Vilap Kusmanjali, verse 96. O Srimati, I am yours only, yours only. I am yours only, Tavai vasmi. He wanted Radhika to hear him say this twice. I cannot live without you, so bring me to the shelter of your feet and appoint me to your service. If we bathe at Radhakund, our hearts will become purified. An attraction for Radha Dasya will arise within us. And if we have similar feelings of pleading as Rupa and Raghunath Das Goswami's had, then we will certainly attain Radhika's direct mercy. And this is especially true if it is done within this month of Kartik. Our goddess is Srimati. Besides her, we have no other. In another place, Raghunath Das Goswami prays, He Shri Sarovara Sada Tvai Samadisha Preshtena Sardamiha Kelati Kamarangai Tvam Chet Priyat Priyamati Vatayoriti Mang Adarshayadya Kripaya Mama Jivitang Tam. Vilap Kusmanjali 98. Wait, the Vivasmi is verse 96, and then this is 98. Okay. O Shri Radha Kund, in a kunj on your bank, immersed in great prem, our worshipful goddess Srimati Radhika sports with her beloved Sri Shamasundar. Since you are the dearest of them since you are the dearest of all to them, please mercifully grant me darshan of my mistress, who is my very life and soul. In one place, Rati Manjari, meaning Raghunath Das Goswami, has referred to Krishna as Nath, meaning husband. But why is she addressing him as Nath? She says, you are the Nath of our worshipful goddess, Vrindavaneshwari. And because we are related to her, we are referring to you as Nath also. He Nath Gokula Sudhakara Suprasanna Vaktra Ravenda Madhura Smita He Kriparda Yatra Tvaya Viharate Pranayai Priyarat Tatraiva Mama Pinaya Priya Sevanaya. That's Vilap Kusmanjali, verse 100. O Nath, O nectar moon of Gokul, whose cheerful lotus face smiles sweetly, O crown jewel of the merciful, if you are pleased with me, then give me this boon only. For the purpose of rendering service to my mistress, please take me to where you are lovingly sporting with your beloved. Here, taking the position of a sadhak, he is praying to Krishna in order to attain Radhika's service. All of the Goswamis had prayed in a similar way, as did the son of Vallabhacharya, Vittalacharya. Shama Sundara Shikanda Shekara Smera Hasa Murali Manohara Radhikara Sikamam Kripanide Swapriya Charana Kinkarim Kuru Prananata Vrishabhanus Nandini Shri Mukhabjara Salola Shatpara Radhika Paratale Krita Stitim Tvam Bhajami Rasi Kendra Shekara Tvam Bhajami Rasi Kendra Shekara. O Sham Sundar. That's from the Sri Radha Prarthana, which is in the Gaudiya Giti Gocha, verses 2 and 3. O Sham Sundar, O you whose head is adorned with a peacock feather, your face always holds a playful smile. Your flute playing is enchanting, and you are very expert in enjoying ras with Srimati Radhika. Because you are an ocean of mercy, please make me a kinkari, a maidservant, at the feet of your beloved. You are the Lord of the life of the daughter of Rishabhanu, and are always greedy to taste the nectar of her lips. O Rasik Shekhar, foremost of those who are Rasik, I don't desire anything other than to always reside at the feet of Srimati Radhika. Rupa Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami, Bhaktivedānta Thakur, and all of our acharyas have prayed to Krishna for this very thing, and have also prayed directly to Radhika herself for it. In one place, Raghunath Das Goswami says, Anarada Radha Padambhojarenu Anashritya Vrindataving Tat Padankam Asambhashya Tarbhava Rachitan Kuta Shama Sindurasya Vagaha. If anyone desires to reside in Vrindavan, achieve the mercy of Radhika, and be appointed to her service, they must worship those places where the dust of her feet is lying, such as the many beautiful kunjas of Vrindavan, where she enjoyed pastimes with Sri Krishna. Bhaktivedānta Thakur has written in his Gitavali, Radhika Charana Parma Sakala Shera Sarma Ajatane Je Nahi Aradhilo Radha Padankita Dham Vrindavana Jarnam Tahajena Ashraya Korilo. Aspirants for Radha Dasya must take shelter of those places where Radhika has placed her lotus feet, such as Radhakund, Shamakund, Javat, Prem Sarovar, Sanket, Nandagram, and Varshana. Rupa and Sanatana Goswamis would constantly wander around Vrindavan, and by staying in each place for only one day and night, the remembrance of different pastimes would always be arising within them. Radhika bhava gambhir chitta jeva mahadir gana shanga na koilo jivane ke mone she shamananda Rasa Sindhu Snanananda Lobhi Bebo Jahoe Kamane Lobhi Bebo Jahoe Kamane. So these two verses here by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Radhika Charana Parma, and this Radhika Bhava Gambhir, these two verses, they are based on this verse by Śrīla Raghunātha Das Goswami. And there wasn't a translation given here. I'll just try to explain it off the fly. Let's see if I can do it. So, Anaradhya Radha Parambhojarenum. That means those who haven't worshipped Anaradhya, who haven't worshipped the lotus foot dust of Sri Radha, and Anashritya Vrindatavim Tat Padankam, who haven't taken shelter, Anashrita, who haven't taken shelter of Vrindavan, of the forest of Vrinda, where Tat Padankam, where there are the footprints of Srimati Radhika. Then the third line, Asambhashya Tadbhava Gambhira Chitan, and who haven't Asambhashya. Interesting. I've actually never tried to look at this verse before. But Asambhashya, I guess, means like who don't converse with. And I think in Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's song, he says, who haven't taken shelter of. But those Tadbhava Gambhira Chitan, whose hearts are gambhir, they are very sober and deep and grave with Tadbhav, with Srimati Radhika's moods. So those who have never conversed with, kept any contact with, haven't taken shelter of those who are completely immersed in Srimati Radhika's deep bhavs, I guess. I don't know. I might be getting it a little bit wrong there. But then kuta means then where, how? can Shama Sindhu means the ocean of Shama Sundar, the ras of Krishna. Shama Sindhu rasa avagaha. How can anyone immerse themselves in the ocean of the ras of Shama Sundar? That's the meaning of that verse. So Gurudev says, those who have not taken shelter of the dust of Radhika's feet by worshipping these places, and who have not attained the association of a Rasik Mahabhagavat Vaishnav who is always immersed in the grave and deep bhav of Radhika, will never become submerged in the ocean of ras. Therefore, we should pray to the Dham, to Giriraj Govardhan and the Yamuna, to the dust of Radhika's feet, to Vishaka and Lalita, to our Guru Parampara, to Bhaktivedānta Thakur, and to our own Gurudev, that we never desire anything besides Radha Dasya. Now here are the next verses of that song. Radhikayo Jvala Rasera Acharya Radha Madhava Shuddha Prema Vicharja Je Dhorilo Radha Para Parama Jatane Shepailo Krishna Padaya Mulya Ratane Radha Paravina Kabu Krishna Nahi Mile Radha Radasir Krishna Sarva Vede Bole Radha Radasir Krishna Sarva Vede Bole. Those who very carefully worship Radhika's feet will meet Krishna in the snap of a finger. But what does it mean to meet Krishna? Where is Krishna complete? Without Radhika, is he complete? Therefore, only where there is Yugal Kishore, the youthful couple, is Krishna complete. Only by the mercy of Radhika will one be able to have their darshan and attain the qualification to serve them. Without the mercy of Radhika, one will not be able to meet Krishna. This is correct. But what do the Vedic scriptures declare? What to speak of just Radhika? Her dasis can also be very instrumental in helping one meet with Krishna and helping one to meet Krishna. They will say, come, you can meet him here. Just stay here. You won't meet him anywhere else. Sometimes Krishna says to these dasis, I belong solely to you. As you say, I will do. So what to speak of Krishna's feelings towards Radhika herself, who is the acharya of Ujjvala Ras? And let's just go through these verses here. So Śrīla Bhaktivedānta Thakur says, Radhika is the Ujjvala Ras Acharya. Radhika Ujjvala Rasera Acharya. She is the Acharya of Ujjvala Ras. Radha Madhava Shuddha Prem Vicharya. One should deeply contemplate on the Shuddha Prem, of the pure Prem between Radha and Madhav. Jai Dhorilo Radha Pada Parama Jatani. One who Jatani means very carefully, attentively, with great effort and care, who has and param means with great effort and care. Yeah, param, supreme. Param means supreme. So with utmost care. That person who Jai Dhorilo, he who Dhorilo means holds on to the Radha Pada, the feet of Srimati Radhika, that person, Shepailo, that person will attain Krishna Pada, the feet of Krishna, which is Amulya Ratane, which is an priceless jewel. Then Radha Pada Bina Kabu, Krishna Nahi Mile. Without the feet of Radha, then Krishna Nahi Mile. One can never meet with Krishna. And in this line, this is like, I think, my favorite line from the Kirtan. It says, Radhar Dasir Krishna Sarva Vede Bole. Sarva Vede Bole. All the Vedas declare that Krishna is Radhar Dasir. Krishna is the property of Srimati Radhika's maidservants. The R at the end of Radha and at the end of Dasir is makes it possessive. So literally it's Radha's dasis Krishna. So Krishna is the property of Radha's dasis. Sarva Vede Pode. Okay. So sometimes when they play games like chess and tic-tac-toe together, Radhika says, "You don't know how to play, therefore I will not play anymore." Sometimes Krishna applies her tilak, and she says, "You haven't applied it correctly. It should be like this." In this way, she instructs him, and is therefore the acharya. She is the acharya of Ujjvala Ras. Srimati Radhika is the dearest. Srimati is the dearest to Krishna, and without her mercy, one will not be able to successfully meet Krishna. With this objective, we worship her during this month of Kartik, aspiring solely for Radha Dasya. Raghunath Das Goswami left his home and family at a very young age, and with great eagerness walked the entire distance from Krishnapur in Bengal to Jagannath Puri to be with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. His parents had made so many plans to prevent him from going, but they could not stop him. His mother said, "He is married to a girl of heavenly beauty, and he has so much property and wealth. If these things don't keep him here, then he should be chained and watched over by a guard. Then he will never escape." But having more insight, his father said, "If being married to a girl of heavenly beauty cannot bind him, having opulence equal to that of Indra cannot bind him, our affection cannot bind him, and if he has really adopted the temperament of Mahaprabhu's followers, then how can mere chains bind him?" Upon Raghunath Dasa's arrival in Puri, Mahaprabhu placed him under the care of Swarup Damodar. Then, after witnessing more and more of Mahaprabhu's Leela, his tendency towards Radha Dasya became strengthened. Of course, we are looking at him from the angle of vision that he was a sadhak, although he was an eternally perfected soul. Everything he did was exemplary for aspiring sadhaks. When, after some time, Mahaprabhu returned to Goloka, Raghunath Das gave up eating. Then, in separation from Mahaprabhu, Swarup Damodar also left this world. Then Raghunath Das gave up even drinking water and sleeping, and soon he took shelter of Gadadhar Pandit. Day and night, Gadadhar Pandit was lamenting in separation from Mahaprabhu. Raghunath Das would come and render service to him, and besides Gadadhar Pandit, there was no other shelter for him. But the fire of separation was burning very intensely in Gadadhar Pandit's heart, and after a few days, calling out, "Gauranga, Gauranga," Gadadhar Pandit also entered into the eternal Leela. Then Raghunath Das felt, "Whatever strength I had has been taken away. Now I will certainly die. I will give up my life by either jumping in the ocean or from a mountaintop." But then he thought again, "If I'm to give up this life, why should I do it by jumping in the ocean? Instead, I will go to Vrindavan, where I will drown in the Yamuna. Or if I will give up my life by jumping from a mountain, it will not be from Chatak mountain in Puri. Instead, I will go to Govardhan and jump from there." When someone feels such intense separation from Bhagavan, then it can be said that they are really performing bhajan. Whereas we, on the contrary, are mostly just eating, sleeping, joking, and laughing all day long. We should make an effort to understand what is the nature of these devotees' feelings of divine separation. We should make an effort to understand what the nature of these devotees' feelings of divine separation were. When a devotee is always thinking, "How will I meet Bhagavan?" with great eagerness, then it can be said that they are engaged in real sadhan. And we cannot even express the degree of Raghunath Das Goswami's Turnad api sunichena, his feelings of his own lowliness. His heart burning in divine separation, he left Puri and walked all the way to Vrindavan, where he fell at the feet of Rupa and Sanatan. Offering his very self to them, he said, Now I cannot possibly be saved. But they showed him such affection that he was convinced not to give up his life. He began living with them, and just when the fire of his separation had cooled somewhat, Sanatana Goswami left this world. Again, he was left feeling helpless. It seems that whoever he tried to take shelter of would leave him, and he was feeling more separation than ever. Staying at Radhakund's day and night, he was lamenting in separation. And then he heard that Rupa Goswami had also left this world. Now what remained for him? He wrote, Shunyayate Mahagoshtam Girindro Jagarayate Vyagratundayate Kundam Jivato Rahitasya Me. That's from the Sri Prarthanashraya Chatur Daśakam, verse 11. Now that I no longer have the sustainer of my life, the land of Vraj has become empty and desolate. Govardhan Hill appears like a great python, and Radhakund seems like the gaping mouth of a ferocious tigress. Just see what his condition of divine separation was like. At that time, he composed Sri Vilap Kusmanjali, and this verse appears near the ends. Asha bharar amrita sindhu maya katanchit kalo mayati gamita kila sampratanghi tvam chet kripa mayi vidasya sinaiva kime pranar vrajena chavaroru bakarinapi. That's verse 102 of Sri Vilap Kusmanjali. I had so many hopes, but one by one, they have all vanished, and now everything is lost. All of the columns that I was grasping onto seem to have disappeared one by one, and now I am in a helpless condition. But if Sri Radha and Krishna would sprinkle just one drop of the ocean of their prema on me, then all of my hopes would be completely fulfilled. What to speak of bathing in that fathomless ocean of nectar? If just one drop of it falls on my head or any of my limbs, then I will have attained that sustainer of my life, which I've been longing for ever since I left my home and family. But then Mahaprabhu left me, Swarup Damodar left me, and when Gadadhar Pandit also left me, I came here to Vrindavan where I took shelter of Sanatana Goswami. But then he also left me, and now I am helpless. What is the nature of Sanatana Goswami? Vairagya yog bhakti rasang prayatnar apayayanman anabhipsumandham kripam buddhirya paradukha dukhi sanatanastang prabhumashrayami. It's the 6th verse of Sri Vilap Kusmanjali. I have never seen such an ocean of causeless mercy as Sanatana Goswami. He showered all of his mercy upon me, and even though I had no desire to drink it, he made me drink the nectar of bhakti that Mahaprabhu came to give, which inspires one to fully renounce this world and which bestows spontaneous affection for the lotus feet of Sri Radha and Krishna. That inconceivably merciful Sanatana Goswami, who gave me a drink of the ocean of bhakti ras, has left me. And now, Rupa Goswami has also left me. Who can describe how merciful he was? He would always look after me with great care. Because I have taken Kshetra Sannyas here at Radhakund, he would regularly come here to give me his darshan. He was so merciful to me that he would show me his writings on the pretext of having me proofread them. And while reading them, I would shed so many tears that the pages would become wet. But still, I couldn't stop reading. Whatever I didn't receive directly from Mahaprabhu and Swarup Damodar, he bestowed upon me completely. Until now, I have somehow sustained my life. But now that Rupa Goswami has left me, I can no longer remain in this world. This is my final condition. O Srimati, Now all I have left is you and your kund. Otherwise, I am completely helpless. For me to hold on to my life for even one more moment is very difficult. Somehow or other, I have been sustaining it, but I can sustain it no longer. O Srimati, if you are not merciful to me at this very moment, I will give up this body at once. Why should I remain in Vrindavan? In the absence of Rupa and Sanatan, the Dham appears to be like the gaping mouth of a ferocious tigress, which is ready to devour me. And if you say that I should hold on to my life by reading prayers to Krishna, I say, what necessity do I have for Krishna if I do not receive your mercy? Therefore, please be merciful to me at once. This Vilap Kusmanjali was his final prayer. And after completing it, he offered it to the lotus feet of Radhika. Generally, poets reveal their last desires in their final compositions, and he desired nothing other than Radha Dasya. We can see Srila Bhaktivedānta Thakur's final composition, the Sva-niyama Daśakam. We see all throughout it how strong is his extreme Radha Nishta. And all throughout the verses, it's like, even shocking Radha Nishta, like such a intense degree. We'll be going through that verse, I think, every day. Rupa Gosvāmī also composed so many verses for Radhika, such as these. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite Damodara Rati Vardhana Veshe Hari Nishkuta Vrinda Vipineshe. Radha's appearance is so attractive from head to toe that upon seeing her, Krishna is immersed in prem. She is the increaser of Rati and Damodar, and the highest result of all types of worship is Rati for the lotus feet of Krishna, and the bestower of that Rati is Radhika. In reality, Krishna is Aptakam, meaning that he has no unfulfilled desire. But upon seeing Radhika, not only one desire, but millions and millions of desires arise in him. His quality of being Aptakam is demolished, and he is drowned in the waves of desire. Wow. Let's reread that. So Krishna's quality of being Aptakam is demolished, and he is drowned in the waves of desire. That's so awesome. What's the melody? Sorry. Vrishabhanudadi navashashileke lalita saki guna ramita vishake. Radhika arose like a new moon from the ocean of Vrishabhanu Mahārāja, and is so wonderfully attractive that it seems she showers nectar in all directions. Why is the name of Vrishabhanu mentioned in this verse? The Vatsalya Bhav of Yashoda is stronger than that of Nanda Baba. From the time Krishna took birth, Yashoda raised him, and he was the, I don't know this word, cynosure. Sorry, I'm just looking up this word. Cynosure means a person or thing that is the center of attention or admiration. Okay, so from the time Krishna took birth, Yashoda raised him, and he was the complete center, the cynosure of her eyes. Therefore, there is more bhav and sweetness in the name Yashodanandan than there is in the names Nandanandan. And even Nanda Baba himself accepted that Yashoda's love for Krishna is greater than his. Sometimes Yashoda would scold Krishna, and she'd scold Krishna, and taking very long breaths, he would begin crying. What's that? Dirghasvasha, right? In Damodar Ashtakam. He would run to the lap of Nanda Baba, who would ask, "My dear son, why are you crying? What happened? Did someone hit you?" Whimpering, Krishna would point to the direction of Yashoda. "Your mother hit you? Then beware, don't return to her. She beats you." Then what would Krishna do? With open arms, he would run back to his mother and sit in her lap. That's how affectionate she was towards him. She could bind him with her love, but Nanda could not bind him. He would only run back to his mother. So in this song, Radhika is referred to as Vrishabhanu Nandini rather than Kirtida Nandini for a similar reason. Because Vrishabhanu Maharaj first found her lying on a large lotus in the Yamuna, she always received more affection from him. First, she would run to sit in his lap, and secondly, to the lap of Kirtida. Sridama was Kirtida's dearest child, but Vrishabhanu Maharaj always had more affection for Radhika. Lalita is a Parama Prishta Saki, and she even instructs Radhika. Without her mercy, it is not possible to attain Radha Dasya. To attain the position of serving Radhika, one must worship Lalita. And if someone really desires to enter Vraj as a dasi in the camp of Radhika, then Lalita will be very merciful towards them. Guna Ramita Vishake. In calling out to Radhika, Rupa Goswami has also mentioned the name of Vishaka, because the same good qualities that exist in Radhika are also found in Vishaka. They were born on the same day, and they are always together. She always serves Radhika with great prem, and even instructs her also. Without first approaching Vishaka, one will not be able to attain the divine favor, the favor of Radhika herself. So therefore, her name has also been mentioned here. Karunam kurumai karuna bharite sanaka sanatana varnita charite. Radhika is the very embodiment of karuna, kindness, and every pore of her every limb, indeed every atom of her existence, emanates Krishna Prem. But why have the names of Sanaka and Sanatan been mentioned? They are young brahmacharis, appearing to be only 5 years old, and their hearts are very pure. They were exclusive devotees of Nārāyaṇa, but after they heard a description of Radhika's Ashtakaliya Lila from Shankar, hankering for realization of those pastimes arose within them. In the Padma Puran, Shankar described her Ashtakaliya Lila to the Kumaras, and they, in turn, related it to Narad Rishi. They appeared long before Rupa Goswami at the beginning of creation in Satya Yuga, and are well known for being expert in describing Radhika's transcendental qualities. They narrated her Ashtakaliya Lila. What could be greater than that? Today we have made an effort to increase our greed for the service of Radhika. Okay, so Kārtika-vrata. What is the purpose of this vrat? We're making an effort to increase our greed for the service of Radhika. So today we have made an effort to increase our greed for the service of Radhika. And when that hankering becomes complete, then our darshan of Vrindavan, including all the places such as Sevakunj and Giriraj Govardhan that we have visited this month, will have really become complete. We are actually unqualified in all ways for this. But if inside us a little of this hankering has arisen, then today we will say a special prayer to Lalita, Vishaka, all of the gurus in our parampara, and especially to our own Guru Paraparma, that by their mercy, this hankering will become complete. With this very hope, we will not conclude our vrat today, but instead, we will commence it. How will I attain the dasya of Radhika? Wherever it is available, whether in heaven or in hell, I will certainly go there. Therefore, today we pray to Shishi Radha Vinod Bihari and all of their devotees that our desire, the very aim of our bhajan, will be fulfilled. Wow. What an amazing class. We will definitely have to come back to this on the last day of Kartik. I think this is going to be a tradition. I'll read it every day before Kartik and then on the last day of Kartik. That was really, yeah, no words to describe. Amazing. So, what time is it now? It is 8 o'clock. Okay. well, this is usually the time that we finish our program. So I think what I'm going to do now, I will say Jaidvani, and then if anybody needs to go, they can go. And then if anybody wants to stay a little bit longer, then I'm just going to take a glimpse at we're just going to look quickly at the Swa-niyama Daśakam. I've only looked through the first three verses. I'm not at all familiar with the other verses, but yeah. Oh, Sarveshwari Mataji is asking if I can write the link. Okay, so this is the book is a treasury of holy days. I think also if you type in Prabandhavali, Prabandhavali, you type in that in Google, like Google search, and type Pure Bhakti, then it will come up, this book, and it's chapter 11, I think it was. So yeah. All right. Now we will. Okay, I'm gonna do. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol. जय श्री सच्चिनंदन गौर हरि की जय, श्री श्री राधा विनोद बिहारी जू की जय, श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मदन मोहन जू की जय, जय श्रील गुरुदेव की जय, जय श्रील परम गुरुदेव की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, श्री रूपानु गौरिया गुरु वर्ग की जय, स्वपाशाद श्री गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय, श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीगण की जय, श्री गिरिराज महाराज की जय, श्री तुलसी महारानी वृंद देवी की जय, श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय, जय श्री कार्तिक व्रत नियम सेवा की जय, ऊर्ज व्रत की जय, ऊर्जेश्वरी रसेश्वरी शिव भानुनंदिनी श्रीमती राधा ठाकुरानी की जय, जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय, श्रील रघुनाथ दास गोस्वामी, श्रील रघुनाथ दास गोस्वामी पाद की जय, श्री रूप रघुनाथ की जय, जय श्रील रघुनाथ दास गोस्वामी, श्री स्तवावली की जय, विलाप कुसुमांजलि की जय, गोवर्धन वास प्रार्थना दाशकम की जय, his Swa-niyama Daśakam की जय, Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Thakur's Swa-niyama Dvadashakam ki jai. Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Shinitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Vrindai Tulsi Devai, Priyai Keshavashaja, Krishna Bhakti Padadevi, Sattvatai Namo Namaha, Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Dandavat pranams, Sarveshwari Mataji, Premavati Didi, Chatamai Mataji, and Jai Shri Didi. And who else is there? Ganga Mataji, Patita Pavani Didi, Kanaka Manjari Didi, Vinda Didi, Krishna Chandra Prabhu, and whoever else is there watching, Dandavat pranams. So tomorrow is a very special day, the first day of Kartik, and also the divine disappearance day of our Param Gurudev Shri Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Keshav Goswami Maharaj. So tomorrow, and it's also what else? First day of Kartika Sharadiya Ras Yatra, of course, but I think it's also the disappearance day of Murari Gupta, and I think that's it, right? Yeah, and then first day of Kartika, of course. So tomorrow we will read. There's so much to read about Param Gurudev Śrīla Bhaktivedānta Keshav Goswami Maharaj. So I don't know what we'll read yet. I really love this article, A True Experience of Separation. Maybe we can read that. Yeah, I think what would be nice, we read something by Param Gurudev and then something about Param Gurudev from our acharyas. So tomorrow maybe I'll do a bit of a longer program because there's so much to read about Param Gurudev. And then yeah, and then we will every day, as I mentioned at the beginning, every day I'm thinking this right now. I haven't like really thought about it that much, but I'm thinking it'd be nice to go through 3 stotrams every day throughout Kartik. The Sva-niyama Daśakam, Sva-niyama Daśakam, and Govardhan Vas Prarthana Daśakam. And that this will just be like a supplementary program. And then your own program, of course, you can sing all the other things like Damodarashtakam, Radha Kataksha Stavaraj, Nanda Nandanashtakam, Radhe Jai Jai Madhavade, Krishnadeva Mantam Vande. And then also very nice, like we were just reading how we need the mercy of Lalita Devi, so you can sing the Lalitashtakam, the Yamunashtakam for Vishaka Devi. And yeah, this is the month to pray for what did Gurudev say? We're making an effort so that we can develop greed for Radha Dasyam. That's why we're doing this Kārtika-vrata. And yeah. All right. So Dandavat pranams, everybody. If anybody needs to go, then thank you so much for joining. If anybody wants to stay a little bit longer, I'm going to look through the Sva-niyama Daśakam. Wait, I'm just looking at the comments. Oh, and Chatamai Mataji is saying from the first reading, how can the glories of Srimati Radharani be greater than Radhika herself? I think when it says that, when Nam is greater than Nami, Hari se Bara Harika Nam, or Srimati Radhika, her glories are, I think it said Radhakund, right? Is in a way more greater than Srimati Radhika herself. I think it's saying that because for us, we have some access to it. Like we are able to make some come in contact with it, and we're not able to come in contact with Krishna or Srimati Radhika like that, but we're able to have some contact with her kund, with her the nam, so it's more merciful, and so for us even more important. Yeah, that's what I think it means. Okay, 1 second. Now let's okay. So Sva-niyama Daśakam. I started making translations for these first 3 verses, but there's still words I'm not I'm not sure about. But yeah, and it's not going to be great English. But may I have exceedingly intense attachment to Sri Gurudev, my Diksha mantras, the holy name, the lotus feet of the most exalted Lord Sri Shachinandan, to Sri Sarup Damodar Goswami, to Sri Rupa Goswami, his elder brother Sri Sanatana Goswami, and all their associates, to Sri Giriraj Govardhan, to Radhakund, Sri Mathura Puri, the forest of Raj, the devotees of Raj, and the residents of Raj. So that's very similar to Srila. I noticed a lot of these verses are super similar to Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's Sva-niyama Daśakam. I have 3 Bengali translations here, and then this is how I do it because I don't know Sanskrit, and so I get 1 Bengali translation, another Bengali translation, another Bengali translation, and then sometimes I'll find a Hindi translation. Then I find, and this is from Van Maharaj published Sva-niyama Daśakam. This is Anantadas Babaji. This is another version, and I just get all the different translations I can find, and I compare them all together, and then I try to look at the Sanskrit, try to match up the words, and then I start to become familiar with it, and then I make my own translation. But kind of, yeah, anyhow, it's a very tedious way, but I don't know Sanskrit, so that's the only way I can do it. The most helpful thing is the Bengali translations, though, really, because Bengali and Sanskrit aren't that far apart. I will not stay for even a moment in any other place, even if my Lord Sri Hari's deity is present there. And in the association of Vaishnavas, I can relish ras there, filled with prem. So I will not even stay in a moment in a place like that, where there's a Vigraha of Sri Hari, and in the association of sadhus, I can relish ras filled with prem. Nope, I don't even want to be there. But in every lifetime, I will dwell only in the land of Raj, even if it means engaging in all kinds of everyday chit-chat with the
simple village folk of that place. So of course, this is not something for us. Like these are Raghunātha Das Gosvāmī. He's on a very high elevated level. For us, we can't make that kind of, I mean, I think a vow like that for us would not be favorable. That would be going way above our qualification. But yeah, pretty amazing though, isn't it? Even if I'm just engaged in ordinary chit chat with the village folk, I'm still, life after life, I will dwell only in the land of Raj. Won't even go to where there's, anyways, okay. So now verse 3. I will never abandon Raj, the land eternally overflowing with the unparalleled, playful pastimes of Shri Radha Krishna, not even for a moment. Even if I'm tormented by separation from the divine couple for eons, and even if the Lord of the Yadus, radiant with immense opulence, personally calls me to Dwarka where he is, I will not go to Dwarka to see him, even if he personally invites me there. I think I got the order wrong though. I think it should start, even if I suffer separation. Anyways, I'm working on this. Okay, now verse 4. Which translation should I read? I'm going to read the one from Mahārāja's book. If I heard with my own ears that Srimati Radhika and her Unmad and her transcendental madness has gone to Dwarka and was there being passionately embraced by Lord Hari to his chest, then with great excitement, I would leave Vrindavan and fly to Dwarka faster than the speed of the mind, faster even than Garuda, the carrier of Lord Vishnu. So here he's saying, the previous verse, he's saying that even if Krishna, Yadupati himself, if he directly invites me to Dwarka, I would not even go for a moment there. But if Srimati Radhika were to go there, then I would go there even faster than Garuda. Then, okay, verse 5. This is the halfway point. Whether he is beginningless or with a beginning, cruel or very gentle, merciful at every moment or merciless, greater than the king of Mahavaikuntha or an ordinary human being, the son of Raja's king is my lord, birth after birth. Verse 6. Shri Narad, various other munis, and all the scriptures have acknowledged Srimati Radhika as the most prominent beloved of Lord Shri Krishna. I take a vow that not even for a moment shall I go near any uncouth hypocrite who worships only Lord Govinda without worshipping the exalted Srimati Radharani. Śrīla Bhaktivedānta Thakur makes the same declaration in his Sva-niyama Daśakam. How did it go? Anaradham Govindam Bhajati. Yeah, anyways, that verse. Bhajati. Anyways, okay. Verse 7. I shall wash the lotus feet of anyone in this world who bears the name Shri Radha and performs bhajan of Shri Krishna while bowing down with love to everyone. With unlimited bliss, I will drink that water every day and carry it on my head. This is also similar to what Śrīla Bhaktivedānta Thakur wrote. He really based his own Sva-niyama Daśakam on Śrīla Raghunātha Das Gosvāmī's Sva-niyama Daśakam. Abandoned by my dear ones, such as Shri Rupa Sanatan, being unintelligent and extremely blind, and drowning hopelessly in an ocean of pain, I hold a piece of straw in my teeth and beg, O Srimati Radharani, please be compassionate and lead me to your lotus feet. 9. I shall survive. Oh, Śrīla Bhaktivedānta Thakur also writes the same thing. I shall survive on milk products, foodstuffs, clothes, and leaves obtained in Vrajdham. Without duplicity and with steady perseverance, I shall live at Radhakund and Giriraj Govardhan, and I shall leave my body at that dear Kund in the presence of Śrīla Jiva Gosvāmī and the other devotees. In a secluded place in Vrindavan forest, following my dear friend Śrīla Rupa Gosvāmī, I shall earnestly worship Shri Krishna, who is more splendid than millions of cupids, and Srimati Radharani, whose glorious beauty defeats many goddesses of fortune. Okay, now this is the benediction verse, verse 11. A faithful devotee who reads these 10 vows by a certain author, Śrīla Raghunātha Gosvāmī, while fixing his mind on the transcendental forms of the dearmost divine couple at the proper time, happily attains the realm of Raj and directly worships Shri Shri Radha Krishna with Shri Rupa Goswami and followers and others. Jai. Iti Śrīmad Raghunātha dāsa Gosvāmī virachita stavavalyam Śrī-niyama Daśakam sampurnam. All right, so that's I'm actually excited to go through both Śrīla Bhaktivedānta Thakur's Sva-niyama Daśakam and Sva-niyama Daśakam together, and then we'll be able to see the similarities in both of them. And then I think hopefully by the end of the month we'll become very familiar with them. And if we could keep on doing this every Kartik, then it would become very firmly imprinted in our, we'll become really, yeah. All right, so that's our program for today. Thank you for staying till the end. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for the first day of Kārtika-vrata and wonderful glorifications and Hari Katha of Śrīla Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj Param Gurudev. Haribol. Let me just look. Dandavat Pranam, Sareshwari Mataji, Premavati Didi, Chattamai Mataji, Jai Shri Didi, and everybody here on YouTube and Facebook, Shamarani Didi, Dandavat Pranams, Kanaka Manjari Didi, Krishna Chandrabu, Vrinda Didi, Patita Pavani Didi, Ganga Mataji, and everybody else. Haribol. Dandavat Pranams. See you tomorrow. Haribol. Hare